Hi, lovelies. Welcome to Managing My Money with Rosa. Today, we are going to change things up a bit. This is supposed to be about my $10,000 savings challenge, but life has happened and we needed to make some adjustments to the budget. If you're new here, my name is Rosa. My channel is all about my personal budgeting journey. It is about cash envelopes, sinking funds, savings challenges, how we stash our money, where we stash our money, why we stash our money. It is also a little bit about our investing journey. If any of that is of interest to you and you have not already, I'd really appreciate if you take a second and hit subscribe down below. If you are a subscriber, thank you so much for coming back and spending a little bit more of your time with me. I cannot tell you how much I appreciate it. And everyone, please take a second to smash that thumbs up button for me. All right, so last week, the other day, I don't even remember all the days kind of come together anymore. I shared with you that my honey, we ended up having to get him a new truck. And in doing so, there was about $5,000 in here, $4,800 to be exact. I also had a savings challenge that was set aside for him, not a savings challenge, a sinking fund that was set aside for a car for him. And we pulled $200 out of it and we put a $5,000 payment down towards bringing down the payments on my honey's truck. So this poor envelope is empty. We were on track to be able to save this $10,000 basically by May, end of June, middle of June. And once that $10,000 was saved, we were going to take this and really and put it in our 3 to 6 month emergency fund so that we would have about 15,000 in there. And then all of that extra money was going to start to go towards things for my child. We have a 16-year-old who is getting ready to finish his junior year and go into his senior year. And a lot of things happen between your junior and senior year. And on top of that, there's an end of year trip that he would like to go on this year. And then he has a camp that he would like to go to for orienteering this summer, which I think is going to be out in Texas instead of Georgia this year. So it's adding to a couple of the costs that I wasn't quite ready to do, but knew that once this got done, I could really focus on him. Because this is been spent, decided instead to take the little bit of money that was in here that's left and go ahead and put it towards him. Instead of this binder coming out anymore for our 3 to 6 month $10,000 savings challenge, we will just begin to put extra into our nickel challenge and hope to finish that savings challenge a little bit faster. So this $70 or $90 will go into stuff for him for his summer, for both school trips and for his summer camp. And we'll talk about that in just a second. Let me set that to the side. We're also going to stuff his senior year while we are here. We are not ready to start to put huge chunks for his senior year. The front half of this folder is for right now for him, and the back half of this folder is for his senior year. Once we we have both his end of year trip and summer camp paid for, fully funded, I will then start to drop huge chunks into his senior year. But we're not ready for that yet. But graduation, this is a free envelope I got from the Budget Mom. Love it. And it just really houses the money until it's time to put into for his senior year. I recently got asked a great question. Rosa, how much are you saving for each of these and how did you determine that? Honestly, guys, it's been 10 years since I've had a senior in the house. I don't remember what any of the prices were back then, but then I have to add inflation to it. So some of these, and when I put these numbers in, it was pre-COVID, and I know the price of things has gone up. So some of these may be low, some of these may be high. I really don't know. But Grad Bash, I had put, and we will kind of fill these in as I talk about them. I need to go snag some change real quick. Let's see, we'll do a 10 and 10 and then some ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and grab a 20. All right, so we will talk about these as I fill them in as well. I do this similarly to how I stuff my 1 month ahead savings challenge. It's a saving snowball method where everybody gets a minimum payment, which for me is $1, and it goes in here. I also don't add them up until they've reached the next $5 increment. So right now there is 18 in here, plus the 1 will be 19. So I'm not going to actually fill anything in on this sheet yet. But Grad Bash, I put $500 down. It's probably going to have to go up because I know that the trip he's getting ready to go on is a $400 trip, and I still need to give him money for extra snacks, food, that kind of thing. So that's going to be an expensive one. Senior week outfits, you know, they do cute little different themes for senior week. I've said $500 for senior week outfits. We may or may not spend it, but at least he'll have the opportunity to, if he wants to participate, he has the money to, we can go buy things. A graduation outfit. I figured it would be nice to be able to put something really nice underneath his cap and gown and something new for him to wear. This is $200. Graduation party. Don't know exactly what we'll do or how big we'll do it, but I wanted to give him the option that if he wanted a graduation party, we could do that. And again, another $500 for it. Graduation announcements. I don't know if we're going to buy announcements or if we're going to make announcements. When the last of our kids graduated high school 10 years ago, we made graduation announcements and mailed them out. We might do that, or we might order the ones that you can order through school. I put 500. I don't think it's going to be 500, but I would rather have more than not enough. Graduation invites. This is, you know, just for the family. I don't know. I put 100 here. I don't know what it's really going to cost to send out invites, but it, you know, buy the cards plus stamps, and then we have invitations. Excuse me. College applications. I don't know how much a college application is, but I put $200 down if we wanted to. Our school district actually covers most of his SATs and ACTs. If he wants to retake to get higher scores, we'll have to pay for them. But on the first go round, it's taken care of and paid for by our school district. So I'm putting money to the side for it, $200. It may or may not get spent. College visits, for us to be able to go out and tour a campus or two if he'd like. I've put $500 to the side for it. Cap and gown fees. Now this is one I truly don't know. I haven't heard anything about what it's going to be for next year, but I know we're going to need to pay for fees for it, and I've slotted $200 to the side for it. And then the one we are currently focused on, and I'll come back to it, but I also did thank you cards, and I did thank you cards at $50 each, or $50 for all of my thank you cards. And then senior pictures. I don't really know how much, I don't remember how much it's going to be, but I went ahead and budgeted $500 for it. The reason thank you cards isn't getting any money is because there's already $50 in it. So we are going to add $20, $30, $35, $36, $37, $38 to here. Plus 30, I just said 7 to 9, then I wrote down an 8. No, it is 8, okay. 8 and 9, 17, 5, 8, 9, score, 297 will be in here. Let's get everybody sorted and where they go. My goodness, we got a tickle in my throat. All right, so we should have 297. This is money in the bank. So 100, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 200, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 65, 70, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97. Score, 297. So we are creeping in on that $500 for senior pictures. Again, I don't remember how much they're going to be. If you guys have any children that have recently graduated, I would love to hear what your numbers are, is for what you are, excuse me, saving for your child. I would love to know what that is, to kind of give me an idea of, am I in a ballpark or do I need to readjust and go from there? And then for senior trip, well, for end of year trips and for summer camp that I know is coming up and is going to be very pricey for us, especially if it is out in Texas, we have tons of money here. So let's rearrange, realign his end of year trip. I will not be putting that in a fancy envelope or anything. It is $400 by itself, so 10, 20, 30, 40. And then I also want to be able to give him some spending money, so that is the extra 70. I may end up, we'll just go ahead and do 100. That way we have spending money, and hopefully 500 will cover everything. And we're just going to put a magnet on it and leave it in my school envelope. All right. And then, excuse me. And the next, I thought I'd talk about his summer summer camp. And because it will be out in Texas, we're going to drive out, I think, just because plane plus a rental car, it's a week long. Budget-wise, rental car and planes for two, me and my child, is just isn't in, it's too expensive. So it's going to be a long 2 days in the car, but we will end up driving out there. But I will need a place to stay for the week while I'm out there. Plus we'll need a place to stay one night on the way there and one night on the way home. So for lodging, I really think I'm going to need $2,000 for this, and hope that $2,000 will take care of everything for lodging. Food, for the most part, will just be for me, I believe, but for the week, I would like $700. That way I can also buy him snacks to send with him to camp if I need to, road snacks, just foods, and then making healthy choices. Gas, so I've budgeted, I think what I did, like $5 a gallon, which is more than what gas is right now, but I don't know what it's going to be when I leave my local area. So decided to budget a little high. I think that $400 for gas is going to be a good a good place to land. Miscellaneous, I always like to have a little bit extra just in case something happens. So we've put $150 for miscellaneous stuff. I honestly have no idea how much camp is going to cost. Last year when he went to an orienteering camp, it was $300 just for registration. I haven't heard any prices, so I figured we'd even just go ahead a little high, and we're going to mark that as $500. Souvenirs, in case he wants to get something while we were there. I wanted to make sure that he had some money, so we're going to put $250 into souvenirs. I do truly believe he's going to need some new clothes. I know for a fact he'll need at least one new pair of shoes, if not a second pair of shoes, and then extra pants, long sleeves, whatever else it is he's going to need. So clothing wise, we're going to, oh, and this is more than just clothes too. So this is like if he needs a new camelback or a new belt or a hat or a whatever it is, sunscreen, that type of thing. So this is $750 is what we're going to put in here. Blow money is kind of for me, not for him, but kind of for me. And I'm going to put 200 into here. And then one of those things you don't think about, last year when we went to his Georgia summer camp, and we were at a campground and I was staying in one of the cabins they didn't have laundry in the cabin. I had to go do laundry somewhere else. So it's just one of those random things that you don't think about, but I figured we'd go ahead and round high. And we're going to put $100. I know I won't need the whole 100 if it needs to get shifted, or if something needs to give and doesn't get its fully funded, it would definitely be the laundry area. All right, so now let's put these in order real quick. Low to high, 250, 5, 150, 4, 7, and my big one, my 2,000. And I figure I would just kind of spread some love. So we have 10, 15, 17, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, $280. We definitely are going to start with lodging with $150, just because I know that it is going to be the priciest of all. Let's get my $150 in here. And then Clothes, we're going to go ahead and put 40 into clothes. Food, we'll put in a 10. Camp registration, we'll put in a 10. Gas, basically everybody's going to get the 10s unless we run out of money, because I'm going to be real, I didn't count how many categories there were or anything else. Flow money, miscellaneous, laundry, score, we're going to take that extra 20 that hasn't found a home yet. We put in 40 into clothes. Food, it's going to get an extra 10, so there will be 20 in here. And then camp will also, because it's also a high value, we'll put 20, another 10 into here and go from there. And that's really what we are saving for now, is summer camps and school stuff. So although I'm sad that I did not fund my 3 to 6 emergency fund, the goal was to have 15,000 in there this year. Not going to happen this year. But at the same time, I know that I need to be prepared for upcoming events. If something happens and we need to raid a folder, maybe he doesn't get to do something this summer, I don't know. Or maybe something needs to be pulled back from his senior year. But just trying to make sure that I have everything ready for him and all of the things that I know are upcoming, and then work on paying down the truck and work on building that 3 to 6. So there's a lot of things. Money's getting spread in lots of ways that I wasn't expecting money to get spread this quickly. But it'll all work out and the budget will all happen. If you have any questions or just want to say, hey, I'd love if you drop it in chat below, and hope you have a great day. Bye, guys.